Hi guys. So it's been a very long time since I did a video. I think I looked the other day and it's been like 8 months, maybe 9 months. Could have made another human being in that time. So wake the F up, America. That's the title of this. And this is a video of truth, just raw, unfiltered truth about things that are going on in my life, about things that I know are going on in other people's lives. I know things that are going to be going on in other people's lives. I'm gonna try to be somewhat cautious so that I don't get booted off of the platform, because I have a feeling that part of my problem comes from being censored in the first place. But let me tell you, my house is being foreclosed on. I am 63 years old. Just turned 63 years old. I am losing my house. I own 2 businesses. And I have side gigs beyond that. Things like YouTube, Rumble. I do a bunch of different videos. I do videos on food and like how to eat clean. I do videos on spirituality. I do videos on how to make jewelry. Until about 9 months ago, when it really wasn't working. I did over 350 videos. I think it was like 367 videos on YouTube. I have 81 subscribers. Now I could put that off on myself and say that it's me, that I just suck, that people hate me, but I know that's not true. And I know that even people that are hated and people don't like, they get views. Asmund Gold would be an example of that too. People don't like him either, but for some reason he gets millions of views. But I gotta tell you, I like Asmund, okay? I like Asmund because he speaks the truth. He doesn't sugarcoat things. He doesn't BS anybody. He speaks what's on his mind. So anyway, back to the story. I have 2 businesses. I have been through absolute, total, and complete hell for the last 5 years. Maybe even 6 years, maybe even 7 years. I gotta tell you, it's not been easy. And I'm tired, and I'm sick of it. And it's time somebody started speaking out with some facts. Okay, here's the facts. On my house, and I'm telling you these facts so that you can prepare yourself. I have lived in my home and owned my home for 21 years. My businesses started just lagging. They weren't, doing things. And I was like, well, it's probably the economy. Well, it's probably this. Oh, it's probably that. Slowly but surely, things just kept slowing down and slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. It got to the point where for several years, I was paying my mortgage and paying my bills, and that was it. I didn't have any money left over. Even though I'm working from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, I am working every single day, 7 days a week. Nothing was happening. I got a notice, my mortgage, my loan is with JP Morgan Chase. I owe less than $100,000 on my house, first of all. I am pretty close to being able to pay it off, but the money just stops. It's not coming in, not coming in, not coming in. I am too young to file for Social Security. Okay? Everybody will say, well, geez, you're 63. Why don't you just file for Social Security? Then you got your bills paid or your mortgage paid. My mortgage? I can't even tell you. But I'll tell you, it's right at about $1,000 a month. It was. So JP Morgan Chase, they contact me. They say, hey, we notice you're struggling with your payments. We're going to give you a modification. I did a modification back in 2008, and everything worked out great. They raised this year, not 2008, but 2024 actually, they revalued my home to be a $550,000 home, which, here's where the real honesty comes in. Bullshit. BS. Whatever. Excuse me for my full-blown candor here. I do not own a $500,000 house. I own a regular tract house in a freaking city with a normal 60 by 120 lot. There is nothing fancy. There's no granite countertops. There is higher end carpet. Okay, there's high end carpet and there's ceramic tile on the floors. But there's no granite. There's no beautifully tiled showers and brand new appliances. That doesn't exist, okay? I don't have custom cabinets in my kitchen. I have standard builder grade freaking cabinets. I don't live in a $550,000 house. I live in a $300,000 house. Okay. Oh. Let me take a breath, get a drink of tea. By the way, this is probably going to go on for the next month. JP Morgan contacts me and says, hey, we'd like to do a loan modification with you. I said, that would be great. So I tell him, yes, I'm interested in loan modification. My insurance and my taxes were getting ready to push my payment into the $2,000 a month range. The modification ended up being 44 years. They came back and they said, now remember, I owe less than $100,000 on my house. They came back and they said, in order to pay the taxes and the insurance on your house and keep your payment about the same as what you have right now, we are going to modify your loan to 44 years. I only had about 19 years left to go on my mortgage if I made the payments only. 19 years. Modification put me into 44 years, which means I'll probably be dead before I even pay off my house. I agreed to the modification because after all, it's my house. I made it all the way through. 3 months, you had to make your payments on time for 3 months in order to qualify for the modification. They got my payments down to right around $1,000 a month. So basically they just fucking robbed me. Excuse me, I apologize for my language. They robbed me of my house. At that point, my house was stolen. The bank robbed me of my house. So, once the modification was through, suddenly my business drops again. I can no longer afford to make my payments. 2 businesses. I stopped doing YouTube. I was doing YouTube quite a bit. I stopped doing Rumble because I couldn't make them work. Could not make them work. Anyway, modification failed. Well, modification did go through 44 years. Yeah, double the time. Now, I'm not saying that modification is a bad thing. I mean, if you have to modify to, get some help, then as long as the interest rate stays the same or is lower, I say go for it. Do it. And then just work your butt off to pay it off as fast as you can, which, by the way, I have always done, okay? I would like to stop and say right here, I don't have a credit card. I don't buy things on credit. I don't have any personal loans. I don't have any business loans. Both of my businesses are completely paid for, 100%. My personal expenses are all paid for, 100%. At the time that my modification went through, I had my mortgage, my internet, which has gotten ridiculous, by the way. Who the hell thinks the internet's worth $150 a month? No, seriously. What happened to the days where internet was $35 a month or $40 a month? Are you joking? What do these people think they're doing? I had internet. I had one bill: gas, water, trash, and sewer. One bill. Under $250 a month. That is the extent, and my food. Whatever I eat, which, by the way, I can eat on about $40 a week. Okay? I don't eat anything processed. I don't eat potato chips. I eat potato chips, but there's one brand. I don't eat cookies bought in a store. I hand make everything that I eat from scratch. I buy flour, I buy sugar, I buy potatoes, I buy meat. That's pretty much it. Vegetables, broccoli, peas, things like that. I literally can feed myself, my dog, and 5 chickens, actually 7 chickens, on about $40 a week. I grow and can my own food. So I don't have, literally, a couple $100 a week, a month is my food bill. Now you would think that would be great, right? I have a hair, I don't know why. But no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. $1,000 or $900 mortgage payment, $250 utility bill, which covers all of my utilities, and $130 internet bill, which I am saying right here and now, that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Comcast, Xfinity, you people are going wealthy on the backs of Americans. And I do not like you. Okay. I don't have any addictions. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't vape. I don't do drugs. I don't do anything. I don't go out. I don't go party. I don't go out to eat. I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. I don't buy clothes. I haven't bought clothes in years. I don't do anything. I pay everything I make on my bills. And I still cannot make things work. So I have to tell you here, I have a sick chicken and she's underneath. She's home. And oh boy. Yeah, so if you heard like a it was my chicken. Oh geez. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, so now JP Morgan has changed, modified my mortgage. Oh, you poor dear. We're really sorry that you're struggling. But here, let's modify your mortgage. We'll just add, another 24 years to your mortgage. And we'll keep your payment right about the same. Well, guess what? Even if I hadn't gone into foreclosure, it's only a matter of time before the city decides I live in $1 million house. And then they're going to jack that up. They're going to jack up my taxes. And then the insurance companies, they're going to jump in too. They're going to say, well, how? You live in $1 million house now. We're going to have to raise your rates. And guess what? I'd have been back in the same mess. I would have been back in a modification situation or a place to have to sell. Okay, so moving on. This is what's going to happen to you. I'm just letting you know. Because they're killing jobs. Jobs are going away. Nobody has any money. Nobody is thriving. Except for the President of the United States, who doesn't seem to be having a real hard time at it, does it? Okay. This is the life of an average American. My life is not unusual in any way, shape, or form. While our president sits in the White House, marbling a bathroom that was perfectly fine before he even started, and building a ballroom, which nobody needed, and planning the Gaza Strip with his architect, this is what Americans are going through. Now, let me put in a little thing here. I do not dislike Donald Trump. I do not like Donald Trump. I don't give a shit about Donald Trump. What I give a shit about is that the man does his fucking job. And he's not doing his job. The American people are suffering while he paints gold glitter all over the Oval Office. We have people who cannot afford the rent, who are moving into their cars to try and survive. And the way we help those people is by telling them that they can't park their damn car anywhere. They are illegal because they are homeless. She's upset. She's telling me, stop yelling. All right, seriously. I am getting upset because we have young people who are moving into their cars just to be able to survive, while our president of the United States paints gold all over the freaking White House. How insane is that? And how insane is it that nobody is calling it out? Nobody. Go on Truth Social. You got a bunch of MAGA cult freaks saying, "Thank you, Mr. President. May I have another? Thank you, Mr. President. May I have another? You're just so wonderful, Mr. President. I think you should make the gold toilet in the White House too." The gold toilet, Mr. President. We really need the gold toilet in the White House, Mr. President. Why he hasn't put one in the marble bathroom, I don't even know. Did Lincoln not like gold? Why hasn't he put us back on the gold standard? Why isn't he helping all these people who are homeless? I'm going to be living in my car. I am going to be living in my car because I'm not paying anybody anything. I'm not paying BlackRock for rent. No. Yes, and I know Donald Trump just came out and said he's going to stop people like BlackRock from buying properties. But how the hell is he going to do that? Huh? How exactly is he going to do that? He going to set up a committee like the Peace Committee and have him monitor everything that BlackRock buys? Is he going to say, oh, well, here, if you own, a million properties, then that's too many. You're going to have to back it down. BS. People, this is BS, okay? Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change. He is not going to stop it. He is just saying what you want him to say. And then he's going to do absolutely nothing. Just like Pam Bondi in the DOJ's office. We're going to tell you everything that you want to hear, but we're not going to do a damn bit for it or back it up. How many arrests? Oh, don't even get me started. Anyway, back to my story. Okay? My house, I could not do anything on my house. How moronic is it that you know you cannot pay your house note, but you can't do anything about that? You can't go to a realtor and say, look, I'm not going to be able to pay my house note at the beginning of June. Because they'll tell you, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Now, sit around for 3 months and destroy your confidence and your security and your peace and everything else. And actually go into foreclosure. Now, everybody and their brother, they can help you. Yeah, that's when BlackRock shows up. Ooh, sweetheart, we're so sorry that you fell into foreclosure. We'll give you a whole, $40,000 for your house. But I owe $100,000. Yeah, well, $40,000 is all it's worth. I'm really sorry. Your government is the biggest scam organization in the freaking world. And I am not talking about just the United States government. I'm talking about the United States government, the Ugandan government, the African government, the British government, the Russian government. They're all scam artists. Excuse me. Yes, I am passionate. But you know what? I am passionate because this is our life. This is everything we've worked for. Everything I have worked for in my life, I am losing. Gone. For no other reason than our government. Not because I didn't work hard enough. Not because I wasn't smart enough. Not because, well, it probably is because I didn't, suck up to anybody. Try to use people to make my life easier. Manipulate and manipulate people to try and get what I needed. No, I didn't do any of that. So yeah, I guess I'm a bad person because I didn't do everything that I could have done. Unlike our government, who does. Our government, and they're not even hurting really. That's greed. How about, anyway, if you are in the middle of foreclosure, you are not going to get any help. You're not going to get any help from anybody. They're going to wait until you actually go. They're going to give you a date, and they're going to say, and a time, and they're going to say, if you don't make a payment to bring up your balance by this date, this time, then we're foreclosing. And then they foreclose, and then it gets quiet. Nothing happens for a period of time. Then they get around to the paperwork, and when they get around to the paperwork, then it gets listed on like county websites, and it goes into foreclosure. And then every scum of the earth investor, yes, I said scum of the earth, you guys all are scum of the earth, okay? Every one of you. Every one of you. I don't care if you're big, you're small, you're medium size. I don't care. I don't care. And God's watching, just so you know. Then they all start calling. They all start calling. They all start calling. And they want to make a deal. They want to fix it for you. I got lucky. I got blessed by God. Because a man knocked on my door. And I happened to open the door and talk to him. And it was a real estate agent who wanted to help me with my my situation. He was compassionate. He was caring. He was he understood. Within a week, I had my house pretty much cleaned out. A few things here and there. Had it listed and had it sold. Or had it under contract, not sold. How did I do that? I did it by I did it by acting very fast, for one. I did it, two, by realizing there are people, other people, everybody is being scammed, you guys. Everybody is being scammed. Like I said, I don't live in a $500,000 house. I will never be delusional enough to think I live in a $500,000 house. And I will never sell my house for $500,000 knowing full well it's worth $300,000 at best. I love my house. There's challenges with my house because it's on a freaking hill. My garden's on a hill. But I make it work. Is there a better place for me? Damn right. I know there's a better place for me. But this is what I have. This is what I make do with. So, this man, I talked to him for 5 minutes, and the feeling that I had from him was one of honesty, trust, and compassion. And I called him within a half an hour and said, okay, I want to do it. I went through every room. I started ripping my house apart. I pulled down everything that was mine. I had a weekend, basically. I said, I will be ready on Monday morning. And it was like Thursday night. No, it was Tuesday. No, I didn't even have that. It was Tuesday night. We met Wednesday morning. Friday, I had my house cleaned out well enough to be able take pictures and get it on the market. This is also probably a really good guide for foreclosure people who are getting ready to go into foreclosure, because I'll tell you what, nobody out there will help you. Nobody. And everybody makes you feel like you are just a worthless, low down piece of shit because you got foreclosed on. Oh yeah, and your credit score, kiss that goodbye. You won't be able to buy a house for the next 7 to 10 years. Yeah, 7 to 10 years. All because the city thinks I live in a $500,000 house. The United States government thinks my house is worth $500,000. And our president just came out with a 50-year mortgage. Woohoo! Go, man, go! For a smart man, he's not too smart in the challenges of the American people, is he? No. Again, I don't like Donald Trump and I don't hate Donald Trump. I don't have any emotions about Donald Trump, unlike the MAGA cult freaks, okay? Or the far left who have the Trump derangement syndrome. You both are like freaking out. You either love him or hate him. I don't have any of that emotion. He's the president of the United States and he's not doing his job. He's a scam artist. In order to be in politics, in order to run this country, you have to be a scam artist. And everybody is asleep. You all think that they care about you. They don't care about you. What they care about is waking up every day and figuring out how they can screw you over and take everything you've ever made. That's what they care about. And playing war games. Oh yes. The man who doesn't want to go to war, who's looking for the Nobel Peace Prize, he's sure playing a lot of war games, isn't he? And he's an overstepper too. I'll tell you what, he's an overstepper. The left, they're right about that. He steps over everybody. And he's doing it, he's getting away with it because people think he's got a big Q around his face, and he's going to save the whole world. If you're still buying that at this point in time, you're a complete moron. Just letting you know. You're a complete moron. Okay. My house sold in a week because I put everything I had into it and got it done. You cannot waste a second of time. If you are going into foreclosure, the minute your foreclosure is through, you contact somebody who works in this type of thing and you get your house on the market and you sell it, and you sell it lower. You sell it for the price that it is worth, not the price that some government official dreamed up in the middle of the night in order to cover their paychecks. Okay? So if you live in a house and you think it's worth $250,000, that is what you list it for. You do not list it for $800,000 thinking you're going to get rich, especially if you're in a foreclosure. If you're selling your house right now and you want it to sell, you need to price it accordingly. You need to say, I live in a house that in the real world only costs $150,000. and not try to list it for $500,000, and it will sell. People are not stupid, okay? People are just trying to get along. I sold to a family that probably would not have been able to buy a house if I hadn't been realistic about what my house was worth. If I was trying to get $500,000 out of it, I would have sat around for 4 months until I had to make a deal with an investor. The scum of the earth investors. Every investor that came to my door or called or sent me a letter, I told them, bite me. I don't want you anywhere near me. I don't want anything to do with you. You're gross. You're just gross. And if you're an investor and you're listening to me call you gross right now, ha, great, because you need to hear it. You suck. You're ripping people off. You're going to hell, okay? You're going to hell. Sorry. Anyway, realize that there are young people who are trying to live the American dream, okay? They're trying to buy a house. They're trying to do everything you're doing. Don't be a greedy SOB and list your house for $500,000. List your house for $250,000, which is what it's actually worth. And give some family a break. Give them a chance at a future. Just because you had a problem and you couldn't pay your payments doesn't mean that they will. Give them a chance. Don't be a greedy person and try to make a freaking fortune. And people say, but what about you? What about you? I'm okay. Okay? I'm okay. I'm doing a lot better than a whole lot of other people out there. Drive down to the corner and see all the people that have totally lost everything. They're pushing around shopping carts. They can't even afford to feed themselves. They're freezing. I'm doing pretty damn good. And I'm going to keep doing good because I'm going to keep fighting. I am going to keep doing exactly what I need to do to get to wherever I need to go, regardless of how much my government or my city government or my state government or my federal government steps on me. They can step on me and I am going to keep getting up and making my life happen. I will never give them the satisfaction of winning. Why is my nose running? My nose is itching and my nose is running. It's really annoying. Guys, I'm going to end this. I'm a very passionate person. I have been sitting back watching our government abuse its citizens. I've been watching other governments abuse its citizens. You're all being gaslit. You're all being lied to. You're all being played. You can't even comprehend how much you're being played. And when you finally do wake up and see it for what it is, which is probably going to be, I don't know, when something in your life happens and you can't fix it and you're stuck. I'm stuck. I just got to tell you, I'm stuck right now. Everything I own is in my garage. I close my house sale on the 30th. And I don't have the money to take everything that I own and put it in storage. I don't have the money to buy another place. Once my house sells, I will. I'll be fine. Once my house sells, then I can decide what I'm doing. But that's not going to be until the 30th. I have to be out of my house by the 30th. So I'm totally stuck. I don't know right now. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to get out of my house. I have asked the buyers to give me, I don't know, a week, maybe at the most. I have explained it to my real estate agent that I don't have any money. I can't get my shit out. I can put it all in the garage. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody hears me. The new people think I want to live in my house, and they want rent, and they want rental insurance. What part of I don't have any money are you not comprehending? I'm stuck. I don't have the money to get my stuff out of the house and put it somewhere so that I can keep my stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. I think probably I'm going to end up putting a sleeping bag in my freaking car, climbing into it. What do I do with my chickens at this point? I have no idea. And I got one that's sick. Who's going to take my chickens? Any of you chicken keepers out there want to take my chickens? With a sick one? She's doing a lot better. She's actually doing pretty good. But she's sick. Nobody's taking my chickens. Anyway, I'm making this video, and I'm going to continue making these videos because y'all need to wake up. Especially the MAGA cult freaks. They really need to wake up. Because they're defending and supporting, and they're still playing the freaking game. And the game, it ain't being played by the guy that they think is playing it. It ain't being played. He's a scam artist, and he's lying to you. And he ain't playing the game that you think he's playing. And you're supporting him, and you're defending him. And you're going to end up in a very, very bad place. For anybody that wants to call me a liberal, go right ahead. You want to call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care what you call me. I'm as conservative as they come. I am so conservative, you can't even imagine. I'm more conservative than the man that you're defending. That you think is like the king of the conservatives. Now there is potential here. There is potential for Donald Trump to redeem himself. But not much. I think he's already passed his limit. I think a whole lot of stuff was supposed to happen in 2024 that didn't happen. Or 2025. 2024. From 2024 to 2025. Or from 20... Anyway, his first year in office, let's do it that way. I don't even know where we are. I think we're 26. Okay. His first year in office, that was his opportunity to show you that he really was who he said he was. And he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And you can keep talking about the freaking 10D chess or whatever the hell he's playing. It ain't happening, folks. You're being scammed. It's the biggest con job in the world. This man will go down in history as the biggest con artist that ever lived. who was it, Machiavelli, the narcissist guy? He ain't got nothing on Donald Trump. He's got nothing on him. Sorry. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to be pissed at me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. I think you're all a bunch of suckers. If you're still buying this story, if you're still thinking that the Savior is going to come, you're a sucker. And I'll pray for you because you're going to need it. You are going to need it. It's me today. It's just a matter of time. The groceries are going to keep going up. Oh yeah, they keep saying, oh yeah, groceries are coming down. No. Groceries are not coming down. Like I said, I spend $40 a week on food. So I'm kind of really wise about how much food is, how much it costs. Butter just went up 62 cents for no reason. No reason. Groceries are going up. Utilities. Oh yes. AI. You know why your utilities are through the roof? Because of AI. Yeah. So they're out there telling you that AI is going to take your jobs. They're not telling you about AI making your utility bills go through the roof. And you're paying for somebody else's AI business to get off the ground. And if you doubt that, you can go and do some research. Trump just came up and said, oh, I have a plan. I have a way we're going to keep you from paying their bills. AI is not going to be here, okay? It's not, because it can't sustain itself. It can't. It's a horrible thing. It's not smart. It is not wonderful. Everybody hates it. The few that do like it are people who see that they could become the next trillionaires or billionaires if they play their cards right. If they kiss the right butts and they, play their cards right. They might be able to make a business out of something. But AI will not survive. It can't survive. It doesn't have enough positives. Anything in the world that survives is a positive and a negative, and it has a nice little balance to it. If there is no balance and it's all negative, then it's got to go. Anyway, the reason why you're paying, $1,000 a month for your utility bills, even though you never turn on a fan, you don't use your air conditioner, you're not heating your house because you can't afford it, it's because there's an AI station somewhere near you that's draining all of your resources and making you pay the bill. Don't we live in such a wonderful... Now tell me, if that isn't a scam, what is? What is? You're footing the bill for some AI business. You're footing the bill. You are footing the bill for an AI business to become a billionaire company. That is a scam, folks. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe even later today. I don't know. I'm going to get this out. And I really don't give a shit who wants to come for me, who wants to tell me that I'm a terrible person. I don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore. There are some bad things happening in this world, and people are choosing to ignore it. And I'm done ignoring it. I'm going to call it out. And if you want to listen to me, stay tuned. I'll be back. And if you don't want to listen to me, just leave your nasty little comment and move along.